What's funny about having seen a man having a nervous breakdown on stage? The only reason I'm doing this gig is because my therapist said it was going to be a good idea. He says, this is going to be good for you, Ian. Feel the fear and do it anyway. He's a fucking prick. Surely if evolution has taught us one thing, it's not feel the fear and do it anyway. It's feel the fear and run like fuck. Run like the fucking wind. So, I'm quite new to this, and I thought I canvassed my friends to see what sort of material I should do. And my best friend, John, he said to me, Ian, whatever you do, don't do material about mental health or mental illness. It will just make the audience feel really uncomfortable. There'll be a laughter-free zone, and it'll suck all the joy and positivity out of the room. And on reflection, I thought that's pretty good advice. And then on further reflection, I thought, fuck them. They'll get what they get. This is my 5 minutes. You want to do 5 minutes, you come up here. No. But then on further reflection, I thought, oh, I can't do that. Mainly because I'm still trying to extract the comedy from the tragedy. Seriously. But I will share one thing with you. And this is true, right? For most of my life, I have suffered from a very extreme form of social anxiety and social phobia. That's not funny, it's true. No, sorry. And it manifests itself in lots of different ways. And one of the main ways that it manifests itself is that whenever I'm in a room full of people, I get really paranoid that everybody's staring at me. Judging me. Laughing at me. It's true! And John also said to me, best friend John, he also said to me, Ian, you should probably stay away from rape, paedophilia, and incest. He wasn't even talking about comedy. He just likes to give out these little life lessons from time to time. And I think that's something that we can all live our lives by. Anyway, so I had a very tough, traumatic childhood, which explains a lot. I grew up in a very racist, xenophobic household. So you can imagine how my parents reacted the day that I came out as bilingual. That's disgusting! Not in this house, you're nuts! Mais papa, ce n'est pas ma faute, je suis ce que je suis, je dois faire ce que je dois faire. I'll not have that filth in this house, get out! It was very tough. And to quote Pa Larkin from Darling Buds of May, who I believe said, your mum and dad will fuck you up. They don't mean to, but they do. It might have been Philip Larkin, the poet, but anyway. And it's not what they say, it's what they do, it's what they say. Last Monday, I went to Greg's the baker, right? And I bought a yum-yum. And I left it on the counter and I walked right out, right? On Tuesday, I went back to Greg's, and this time I bought 2 Belgian buns on special offer for £1, and I left them on the counter and I walked right out, just fucked out. On Wednesday, I went back to the same Greg's because I lead a very interesting life. And this time, I bought an iced donut, left it on the counter, walked out. On Thursday, guess where I went? Back to Greg's. No! I found myself a nice little independent bakery down a little alleyway. It was very nice. And this time I bought myself a millefeuille. It's basically French for 1,000 leaves. It's like a custard slice. And I left it on the counter and walked out. Friday I went back to Greg's because yes, they are fucking everywhere. And this time I bought a raspberry sponge covered with coconut, and I left it on the counter and I walked out. And ladies and gentlemen, do you know why I did that? Because when I was growing up, my dad was always saying to me, son, you just can't have your cake and eat it. Thank you very much.